I like to say that I'm not a sovereign citizen. I'm just an American, and I'm just being constitutional, and I'm not doing anything. I'm not breaking any law.
Did you go to law school?
No, ma'am.
He did, you know that.
Yes, for
Today we've got a wild one, a court hearing with a sovereign citizen, or at least someone who checks every single box, even while insisting he isn't one. He's in court over not having tags on his car, but instead of simply dealing with that, he doubles down with arguments that sound like they came straight from a YouTube conspiracy rabbit hole. And just wait until you see his brilliant attempt to outsmart the judge. He claims his camera doesn't work. The guy is a complete idiot, and the judge absolutely dismantles him. Let me know what you think about this video in the comments below. Let's go ahead and dive right in.
On his computer, but he couldn't figure out how to make it work. And then he got this wiggly gray screen. So then there was a question of, well, does he have capabilities on his computer?
Well, now his screen's off, or so if he'd start the video again.
Mr. Abel, did you say you can use your phone? Just go ahead and come in on your phone.
I'm on the phone. I'm on the phone already.
I'm going to set this over in order that you appear at the courthouse next time. How's that?
I have the medical condition that I've been dealing with.
All right. Well, if you can't leave your home and come to the courthouse.
I'm in the video right now. Okay, I'm in.
Richard Paul on behalf of Mr. Estrada, who appears via Zoom at a separate location in council.
And how does he wish to proceed today?
Judge, I need to withdraw from this case.
Your Honor, Mr. Estrada filed pro se, I do believe. Well, I know it was pro se filing.
Well, I do notice he's taken a number of filings in his own right without going through counsel. Mr. Estrada, you come back to my recollection, we've met in city court, correct?
Yes.
And now this is that tag and suspended license?
No.
No,
Just a tag issue, Your Honor.
Just the tag, Your Honor.
All right.
I believe Mr. Paul is requesting to withdraw based upon the essentially sovereign type citizen claim filed by Mr. Abel.
Well,
Mr. Estrada, excuse me.
And also, there's been a total breakdown in communications, Judge. He files his own motions. I cannot represent him.
He's okay. All right, Mr. Estrada, you were appointed an attorney. Apparently at one point you wanted one, or maybe we gave you one and you didn't want one.
No, that's not it.
Excuse me?
I'm sorry, that's not it. He's not, Richard Paul is not seeking my interest, and I put everything in an affidavit. He's not representing me. He's actually judging me before, he's judging me before I even go into court. He's not listening to my paperwork, so he decided he doesn't want to represent me. So I still need to be represented.
Well, Mr. Paul, you're allowed to withdraw.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Is this the last case you have on the docket?
Until 11, Judge. I have an 11, so I'm just going to mute myself. And
that'd be fine. All right. Now, I think you are going to have the same problem with any other attorney that you had with Mr. Paul. Mr. Paul, from this court's experience over the years, is a very competent, diligent attorney. Now, sometimes attorneys have to tell you their opinion of what's going to happen, and you may or may not agree with their opinion, but you do still want an attorney.
I do.
Sovereign genius wants another attorney. Seriously, I just don't get it. His last lawyer already bailed because this guy was filing all kinds of bogus motions, stuff like claiming the court doesn't have jurisdiction because he's a free man on the land or whatever nonsense. Just classic sovereign citizen vibes. The signs are all there, refusing to recognize the court's authority, making up laws on the spot, and wasting everyone's time. And when he didn't want to turn on his camera at the beginning, that was pretty funny. The judge threatened to bring him into court in person, and he instantly turned that thing back on. That was hilarious. Do you guys think he's a sovereign citizen, or is he just really bad at pretending not to be one? I personally think he is, I just don't think he wants to admit it. Let me know what you think. Sovereign genius wants another attorney. Seriously, I just don't get it. His last lawyer already bailed because this guy was filing all kinds of bogus motions, stuff like claiming the court doesn't have jurisdiction because he's a free man on the land or whatever nonsense. Just classic sovereign citizen vibes. The signs are all there, refusing to recognize the court's authority, making up laws on the spot, and wasting everyone's time. And when he didn't want to turn on his camera at the beginning, that was pretty funny. The judge threatened to bring him into court in person, and he instantly turned that thing back on. That was hilarious. Do you guys think he's a sovereign citizen, or is he just really bad at pretending not to be one? I personally think he is, I just don't think he wants to admit it. Let me know what you think.
Between yourself and Mr. Paul, because there could be confidential, well, I'm sure there's confidential and privileged information within that, and you shouldn't be disclosing that to me. That's between you and any attorney you so choose to have represent you. But I believe most attorneys, or all attorneys that the court has available to appoint to you, they are sworn to uphold the Constitution of the United States and the state of Kansas, and not what you filed. That's the attorneys didn't go to your law school, which is kind of what you've set forth. So that's the issue the court's talking about when you're claiming a sovereign citizen. We don't have an attorney who's, I guess, registered to under your rules and laws as you see them. So that's the problem you're going to be running into as far as the attorneys the court has to appoint to you. If I said that correctly, Your Honor.
Thank you, Mr. Dean.
I like to say that I'm not a sovereign citizen. I'm just an American, and I'm just being constitutional, and I'm not doing anything.
Now he's claiming he didn't break any laws. Really? Here's the thing about sovereign citizens: they believe they don't need tags, licenses, or any of the usual requirements to drive because they think driving is a right, not a privilege. But here's the reality, and I'm sure most of you already know this: under US law, driving is absolutely a privilege regulated by the state. That's why you need a license and registration. It's literally the law, not some optional suggestion. These guys love to throw around random legal phrases that sound legitimate, but in court, they mean absolutely nothing. This dude really does need an attorney, so I have no idea why he fired his last one. His whole approach is bizarre. He got rid of his lawyer, and now he wants another one. Honestly, I have no clue what his end goal is here. Let me know what you think, but let's dive back in.
Well, sir, you said the attorney wouldn't accept your laws or follow your laws.
No, that's not what I said. I said that,
what did you say? Because I thought you said you were trying to train him on the laws, in essence.
No, I don't. I'm just presenting the law to
All right.
him, and he doesn't even read my documents that I presented, which is the law.
Did you go to law school?
No, ma'am.
He did. You know that.
Yes, I understand, but he's not being constitutional. That's what I'm saying.
But you didn't go to law school, so are you sure you know what being constitutional involves? I mean, we all can read the Constitution and understand, yes, but there's a lot involved in interpreting that. Do you understand?
I understand what you're saying, ma'am. All I'm saying is that he's using case law, not constitutional law. And he didn't see all my paperwork. He just ignored it. He just blew through it and then gave me the wrong dates. I presented all the documents, and he didn't even look at it and ignored the paperwork. Well, no, I like to address. I'd like to first, if possible, we can a motion to dismiss with extreme prejudice.
We're not going to do that today. All right, I'm going to one more time appoint you an attorney.
Your Honor, could I make a request to the court on this matter?
Sure.
This case carries a maximum sentence of 30 days. Doesn't even have an eligibility or requirement that he be provided an attorney.
Well,
I'm just.
There's
just saying,
potential jail time.
I would like to have if the court wants, I understand if the court wants to appoint an attorney, absolutely. Don't dispute that. But under the circumstance of the defense that's wanting to be presented, I would ask the court to appoint somebody. I get Mr. McClendon still available.
That's just what I was thinking. He's here in
And
town.
we set this next hearing, give sufficient time, perhaps 60 days, perhaps longer. And we just have it set for a bench trial. And if
Missy,
he doesn't want to cooperate with that attorney, the state would be asking.
The judge is about to call a new attorney into the courtroom, and honestly, this might be the funniest part of the entire hearing. Just watch this guy's face, you can immediately tell he wants absolutely no part of representing this mess. Let me know what you think when you see it. I was cracking up the first time I watched it. And honestly, can you blame him? He's being asked to represent a complete idiot. What's even better is that this attorney and the defendant have worked together before, and apparently, it did not go well. You can see that history written all over his face. Also, let me know what you think about how the judge is handling this clown. I think she's doing a pretty solid job. But enough talking, let's dive back in. The judge is about to call a new attorney into the courtroom, and honestly, this might be the funniest part of the entire hearing. Just watch this guy's face, you can immediately tell he wants absolutely no part of representing this mess. Let me know what you think when you see it. I was cracking up the first time I watched it. And honestly, can you blame him? He's being asked to represent a complete idiot. What's even better is that this attorney and the defendant have worked together before, and apparently, it did not go well. You can see that history written all over his face. Also, let me know what you think about how the judge is handling this clown. I think she's doing a pretty solid job. But enough talking, let's dive back in. The judge is about to call a new attorney into the courtroom, and honestly, this might be the funniest part of the entire hearing. Just watch this guy's face, you can immediately tell he wants absolutely no part of representing this mess. Let me know what you think when you see it. I was cracking up the first time I watched it. And honestly, can you blame him? He's being asked to represent a complete idiot. What's even better is that this attorney and the defendant have worked together before, and apparently, it.
all right. Thank you, Mr. McClendon. I appreciate your willingness to do that. Mr. Estrada, I will continue, you're not on bond, but I will continue the order that you reappear for bench trial January 3rd at 11. And I trust you have Mr. McClendon's contact information and he has yours from your
I
city
do.
appointment?
Yes.
You do? All right, thank you. If there's nothing further, we will be in recess on this matter.
Let me know if you want to see the next part of this hearing, because it's getting more ridiculous by the minute. This video is already running a bit long, so I'm going to cut it here. But wow, this guy is a sovereign citizen, no doubt about it. From dodging responsibility to claiming the laws don't apply to him, it's like he's reading from the same script they all seem to use. His new attorney has no idea what he just signed up for, and honestly, I don't envy him. His next appearance is almost guaranteed to be a circus. The funniest part, in my opinion, is just how confident this guy is, even though none of his arguments hold up in a real courtroom. Judges hear this kind of stuff all the time, and they're never impressed. Some judges definitely handle these situations better than others. Personally, I think the best approach is to stay firm, keep control of the courtroom, and move things along efficiently. At the end of the day, these tactics only waste the court's time and accomplish absolutely nothing. I genuinely don't understand why people keep trying this. Even if someone truly believes in sovereign citizen arguments, they have never been a winning legal strategy. If you really thought the court had no jurisdiction, showing up to argue with the judge would be a pretty strange way to prove it. I'm going to wrap things up here. If you enjoyed this courtroom chaos, don't forget to like and subscribe for more content like this. And let me know in the comments what you thought about this hearing. Should I cover his next court date? Let me know. Thanks for watching, and as always, take care.